Hey everyone and welcome back. In the last video, uh, okay, yeah, you rule the roads. Fine. Is that what you want me to say? Okay. In the last video, we made a second attempt to infiltrate the temple of Amun and find and assassinate Medunamun. But as we uh, made our way back to the temple, uh, the same place we been to the previous night, we heard calls of some help by some priests who were held hostage. Yeah, so we decided to first release them. Maybe they're going to help us in some way, create a distraction or whatever. Maybe tell us how to infiltrate or get to Medunamu's private chamber. Is there a way? Yeah, so something like that. So we decided to free them first, and but just before we were about to free the first priest, we got caught, and we alerted one of the soldier who were sleeping in a room with three more soldiers that were also sleeping. So that guy woke up and made a ruckus, but we couldn't kill them all. So actually we did. We killed about 3 to 4 soldiers, but not before they alerted 10 more. Right. So at that point we couldn't kill all of them, the soldiers, all of them who were alerted. So one of them or multiple soldiers of them made their way to light the signal fire. So at that point it was get just without just get the hell out of there, right? So yeah, we did, and the signal fire was lit. Lot of soldiers outside, soldiers reinforcements ran into the temple, and it was a chaos for 4 more days. So we stayed low for 4 days, and then when everything was back to normal, looked like back to normal at the temple, we made a third attempt uh, to find and assassinate Medunavan. But this time we knew that first we are going to free the uh, prisoner priests that were held prisoners, and we did. We freed 4 of the priests, but that guy is rude. That guy is yeah, on a power trip. Okay, yeah, the we freed four priests, and the fifth priest was actually somewhere around Medunamun's private chambers. So, and by that time, the night we actually spent the we actually spent most of the night time, and it was almost dusk time. So the fifth priest was there in Medunamun's private chamber. So we were trying to make our way to that chamber, but we had to go around the temple, top of the temple. Yeah, though, because the ground, the place in front of the temple, we are on the left side of the temple, right? So we had to go on the right side of the temple, and in the center courtyard area of the temple there were a lot of guards. So in order to make to the other side, we decided to go round the top of the temple, and luck has it that Medunamun and 2 of his guards actually, while we were on the top of the temple, main temple chamber, which has like a square hole in front of, not hole, but yeah, square, yeah, hole, big square hole on top of the roof. When we were standing on the roof, and Medunamun actually made, and with 2 of his guards, made his way to the temple, maybe to say do some morning rituals or something. Yeah. So and we could not miss pass that opportunity. So while the fifth priest was still there, all tied up, so we took a detour again to back to our main quest, and we used our air assassination or air attack skill, air attack ability. Uh, this one, yeah, and we killed him. Something like similar to what it shows here. So we did that, and Medunamun was dead, and we took out 2 other guards that were actually not shown in the game. So that happened actually, and we Bayek actually hid all 3 bodies, and even now it looks like it's they're not aware Medunamun is assassinated, but maybe they are aware he's missing. Yeah, but they are not aware he's assassinated. But there actually some events happened right at the time when Medunamun was Bayek was about to kill Medunamun. Just that in the 1 second time, uh, like the whole uh, the hate campaign of why Bayek was determined to kill Medunamun. It all flashed in front of his eyes, and how, spoiler alert if you have not already watched the previous video, how Medunamun was the reason for the death of Bayek's son at his own hands. So that all like flashed in front of his eyes in 1 second. So that actually we played through the flashback kind of. So that was a cool way for the game to let us know what really happened. So in reality, that was happening in a fraction of a second for Bayek, but we played through the flashback, and it was actually very sad. We saw Bayek actually killed his own son, not intentionally. He was actually going for some other person nicknamed the Snake, which is also one of Bayek's assassination target. This guy, but the snake, the person, actually used Bayek's momentum uh, to force the knife in Bayek's hand into his son's Kemu's heart. So that's how Kemu died. So that's why Bayek is relentlessly. There is also not just that Kemu is dead. He's not just upset with that. He's also living his rest of his life with the regret that he himself killed his son. Yeah, unknowingly still, but he still is the one who killed his son, right? So that regret he has to live with for rest of his life. So the bitterness Bayek has in his heart uh, can be explained by what actually transpired in that flashback. So it was an amazing way for the game to tell us why Bayek was actually so bitter, and it's so consumed by the vengeance, like uh, Rabia actually tells him not to be. Yeah, so that all happened, and meanwhile, we did not free the last prisoner. With the quest, prisoners in the temple. I'm going to track it, so you can see only 4 out of 5 priests have been freed. The 5th priest is still in the temple, and the soldiers and everyone are still in the temple, and most of, yeah, all of them, they are not aware that Medunamun has been assassinated. So we just got lucky that Medunamun and 2 of his guards just got isolated for a brief moment, and that's how Bayek killed them all. So yeah, we're going to, in this video, we are going to free the last priest, and we're going to loot a lot of treasure in the temple, right? So we're going to loot all of the treasure, and we'll see where we can take from there. First we're going to do that, but again we're going to attempt that at night time. So right now it's daytime, so we're going to first check the new inventory, any items we have. Yeah, this necklace we read, manuscript we read, broken pot we know, salt we know already, hand of God, okay. This is used for religious purposes. No high fives, please. Okay, something you guys are familiar, right? They put oil or some holy water or whatnot, and that's like not directly touching the, something. Sometimes the fire or even the idols, not putting or not pouring stuff on the idols through hand, but through this item, the hand of God. Okay, so anyway, we are going to sell it. We also should have read before. We also get the animal souvenir that we kill. But don't get me wrong, we did not kill this poor flamingo. It was already dead in the temple. Bayek actually found its corpse and took its head or something like a souvenir. So actually fetches some gold. Yeah, okay, we are going to keep this or sell it. I don't know. Yeah, we actually plan to keep animal souvenirs, but when we do that to sell unnecessary all unnecessary items, even that also goes. So next time we'll be aware not to sell that. Uh, we missed like we sold hyena souvenir and the stag souvenir. So and some vulture. So these three animal souvenirs we already killed, but we didn't keep it. We sold that. Okay, we're going to head to market and. Since we are in daytime, or you know what, we have so much space in inventory, we are not going to waste time. Anyway, we are going to head to market anyway later. uh, let's just speed up time and go back to the temple before they find out Medunaman has been assassinated actually. Okay. If you guys can see on Bayek's shoulder, there are three names that symbols are names actually. So the first name was we saw in the intro video. That first one was the Heron. Yeah. So when like these are the names he wants to kill. So when he kills them, he strikes them out. So he has now struck out the third one, which is the ibis. Ibis is some sort of a bird. So you can see a bird kind of symbol there. That is actually Medunamon. So now we are going to find the second one, which is the snake. Cool. Yeah, my Indian viewers will know Gajini. Yeah. But this guy has no memory problem, but he just he lives basically to tattoo. Why am I going here? To tattoo his targets on his body just shows that he's dedicated to assassinate them. So yeah, so the actually they are to assassinate them is actually a part of his life now, main part of his life, something like that. Not part of his life, one of the main goals of his life. Okay. Yeah, this is a Fred's home. They don't mind bike using. Bike is welcome all the time.
You there!
Okay.
Stop!
Okay, okay. We're still not aware. Looks like. Think we can climb. There was a. Yeah, but I can definitely climb this. No kidding.
This is heavily guarded.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we were here the last time, so let's just see. Come on, no?
Hey, what?
Okay, come. Let's just play tricks with him. There's one more here. Okay, so let's not take things for granted. We can be sneaky and do this quicker, or alert them and make it difficult for ourselves. There's no way to sneak past here. Yeah, sneak from here. Those two guards will definitely spot, so we have to sneak from here. I guess we have to take him out in that case. Okay.
Hey.
Who? Oh, one more guy. Actually, the reason I came down here is to read a letter that you guys can see.
I'm sure the coast is
a blue color, a blue flashing diamond. So we want to read that. This guy is standing. Okay, now we have gotten stuck here. Great. That works. Oh, that's on the other side. Does he see me?
Hey!
Oh yeah, he'll see. He can see. There are two more here. Yeah, multiple here. And that's where the priest is. There was a letter of some kind. There. Okay, that guy is investigating body. We got to take him out.
Hey! Trouble here! Huh? On my way!
Okay, he has alerted that guy also.
Hey!
Close. Close, close, close.
It was just about here.
Just about here. I think I saw one more guy here. Okay, there's a treasure there. One more there. Yeah. But we want to go there. So how? This guy is non-stop watching.
Wait a second.
No. Can't go. Can we lure him?
Hey now!
Yeah, we can. Come. Yeah. Come on. I have candy. Yeah. Beneath. Okay. Let's just see. No one is here. That guy can't see because I'm hiding behind this stone statue. Okay. Beneath Amun, the power of the gods has been stored in stone, carved by the great hands, the first gods and the last gods. He who holds this trapped fire can claim the souls of 1,000. Those who came before gave us these stones, gave us the perfect light wrapped in eternity. Nut and Geb are wed in this chamber. All beasts bow. All are slaves inside the womb of this creation. The all creating, all knowing live inside these pieces. So basically this is what is a secret in this temple. So they believe there is a chamber where two old gods were wed, and it's like a womb of creation, and there are some stones that gives people the power of gods. It said here, he who holds this trapped fire can claim the souls of 1,000. Yeah. So the power of gods has been stored in a stone carved by the great hands, the first gods and the last gods. Okay, yeah. So this is what I think Medunamun was after, beneath the temple. So, but nobody has been able to open that chamber yet. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, we have to make our way to the other side now. We have to go there. So it's impossible here. What we'll do is, yeah, we'll. Okay, no one. We climb up this ladder. Okay, also in like each location has treasures, right? So this location has, we have already looted one treasure. This, okay, this guy is, we're going to use sleep darts.
Hey, what?
This. Yeah, this is where we actually killed assassin Medunamun from. Like we jumped. He was sitting somewhere here, or no, not here. Here, yeah. And yeah, on that chamber actually, air assassination was came into use actually. Perfect. Ladders are overrated. That must be just arrows, yeah. Okay. Oh, one guy here. Let him go. Let him go, no problem. There's just arrows. Can't climb trees apparently. Not this side. We have to go. There's no grass side. Oh, yeah. The last time I played, I actually assassinated Medunamun here. So yeah, the guards were actually like guarding him, and he was, of course, yeah, and he was actually sleeping. So I took out the guards with sleep darts and assassinated. That's how I did last time. This time I guess was perfect. Was even better. So this is on top of his chamber. There's actually quite some loot here. Okay, looks like no one here for now. Let's loot. Come on. We got a sickle sword. There's a letter. Let's read it. Here is a reminder of your daily duties in the temple. Break the seal leading to the statue of Amun. Light a torch to walk to Amun. Light incense around Amun and say a prayer to him. Wash the statue of Amun. Place new clothing and jewels on the statue as well as offerings. When the day has ended, sweep away your footprints as you leave and replace the seal. As long as you follow these rules, Amun will not be angered. The gods be with you. Priest Deje du Funk. Okay, I totally butchered that name, but okay. Okay, basically some instructions for the priest to do daily rituals, temple rituals. Awesome. We got rare tiger pelts. So,
Water! Please! Water!
I'm going to take this guy out first.
What are you doing here? Maya, what are you doing here? Maya, what are you doing here?
Hey, come on. Okay.
I am dying of thirst. Please.
Oh, almost. Quickly. Oh, okay. Okay. Always something goes wrong. How they wake up when at the wrong time, at the worst possible time, like 3 times things have gone wrong like that.
I am dying.
These
of
guys were
thirst.
supposed to be sleeping, right?
Maya, what are you doing here? I am dying of thirst. Please.
Yeah, bro. Wait, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you.
Maya,
Just that. Yeah.
what
Wait.
are you doing here?
Yeah. Just that we don't want to alert more people. I guess we got all of them. Yeah, one more.
Maya, what are you doing here? Maya,
Go.
what are you doing here? Maya,
Too close.
they will kill you if they find you.
There's
Bamun. That's all of them.
okay. Quest completed. And location objectives. There's actually one more treasure. Okay, start. Whew. There's actually one more. Let's not do it here. Yeah. It said there, so it looks like inside the temple, and we actually got a glimpse of it. Let's just check one more time. Yeah, here. So can we actually jump there from top of the temple, or we have to go inside the temple? Probably not. Probably we can't jump, right? It's too tall. Let's go inside the temple. Actually, okay, looks like they're never turning behind. They're not bothered about inside. They're only guarding the outside. Cool, guys. Cool. Professionalism at its best. Okay, there has to be some more treasure in the temple. Sorry. Look at that. So each pillar is okay. They have the same drawing actually, but okay. They're telling a story. Some story. This is all realistic though. This place is real, and in real Siva there is a real temple of Amun, and these pillars and everything are actually reconstructed how like in the game how it was perceived to be in the older times. What is this? A carbon crystal. Okay. Uh,
Wait a minute.
I didn't intend it to kill you, but okay.
Hey, stop!
Oh, nice. That was better actually. Let's not kill more innocent soldiers.
Halt!
Okay, okay guys, we have completed all our quests. The Mayamun walk beside you is the next quest. That is, Bayek is ready to continue his pursuit of the snake. When ready to leave Siva, speak to Hepzibah. Bayek is eager to reunite with Aya in Alexandria, where she has been researching the other men responsible for the son's death. Okay, that is why they are now separated. Aya is not dead actually. Aya is still alive, and she is in Alexandria, and she's researching, or she's searching for the other men responsible for their son's death. So maybe the next targets, the next one of the next targets is in Alexandria. So we have that as a next quest. So basically we are going to speak with Hepzibah and leave Siva. So we are not going to do that in this video. Yeah, but we have some more things to do. Let's check. Okay, this is let's not track this quest right now. Okay, so we have completed all the locations except this one. This is basically where Bayek tells his son jump. So that yeah, there are 3 more. I can actually make another video on Siva if you want. But other than that, you can see guys, we have completed all the locations. This one more fast travel, and these hidden locations. So other than that, we have completed all the locations. Even Temple of Amun is completed. So yeah, okay, I guess I'll be making another video on Siva. So I plan to do this as last. So in the next video, we are going to sync the map on this hill. It's going to be amazing rock climbing video kind of. It's a biggest point around Siva, so yeah, it's nuts. I actually got scared climbing, even though I'm not really climbing. So just looking at it got had my like at the tingling sensation in my feet, you know, like when you're really feeling vertigo. Yeah, of a bad case of vertigo, something like that. Yeah, it's like that. And yeah, there are 3 more locations that I guess we can complete in one video. So we'll make another video on Siva actually. Okay, then we are going to talk to Hepzibah and leave Siva. Okay guys, but before we wrap up today, let's check out the new gear. We got 5 new weapons actually. Nice. So we got a level 7 sickle sword. So Bayek is level 7, so he can actually equip this Khopesh sword, adapted from a Canaanite design. This cruelly curved sword is the iconic weapon of the Ptolemaic infantry. Yeah, so Canaanites again come into picture. Their weapons and their style of battle is being copied by everyone. So let's equip this, and we are going to. Even though this is not a rare weapon, but it has a lot better stats than level 7. So we're going to dismantle the earlier one. And Battle of Gibeon Blade, uh, an evolution of the agricultural sickle. Yeah, we know the Kopesh was used by Pharaoh Shoshenq's infantry in Gibeon. Okay, okay. It's one of the like one of the pharaohs of Egypt, earlier pharaohs, uh, designed these sort of sickle swords for their infantry. Okay, we are going to do this, and we are going to still keep the Bayek's father's sword. Bayek's father also a Medjay, so he used this sickle sword. Yeah, okay. And we got a new crescent axe, basically the same one which we have, but a better quality. So we're going to dismantle the earlier one, and we got a new scepter, level 6. No, that was there. We got a C1 scepter. Yeah. Uh, this long weapon is made of a single sycamore tree core harvested at the oasis of Siva. Okay, this is actually indigenous to Siva. So yeah, but it's low quality, so we're going to dismantle. Got bronze, and we got a new spear, level 2 handy spear, so we're going to dismantle that. Yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah, we are covered. Okay, actually more gear. Okay, now we have enough wood to actually upgrade our quiver, which allows for more bow capacity. So we never ran into a problem of shortage of bows, right? We always found sources of not bows. What am I saying? Arrow capacity. So yeah, we always found sources of arrows. Even in mid fight, we got arrows from the soldiers we killed. So let's not waste wood on that. So maybe we are going to hold on to the wood. If we find 3 more hard leather, we are going to upgrade our bracer next. So let's keep our wood, and we got a new ability actually. So yeah, I told last video that I'll actually look at them. So yeah, I looked at them, and I found some new interesting ones. So I'm going to go through them at the beginning of next video. Yeah. So okay, guys, that's all for today's video, and we are almost done in Siva. Next video is going to be the last video in Siva, and after that we're going to take the journey wherever it takes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.